Hi, this is Peter the Clairvoyant here, and I'm doing a reading here for rohita. So, first thing you asked me about was what should you do? Is it Eddie's ashes, or if it wasn't Eddie's, somebody's ashes? So let's have a focus on that. What should you do with these ashes? Right. Okay. Now, what's quite interesting is here is if you look at the balance card, it's almost like he's waving something out. So I just get this feeling the ashes should be scattered somewhere. But not necessarily, but I just feel like I'm being drawn to two things. One being placed somewhere near water. This could be the sea, a beach, or something. Something's got significance to do with water. Or I can see a picture of a box and being put in somebody's house. And I just feel so that's two options. So one is going to be put somewhere wherever someone moves on. But then what you've got to think about though is if you do that, that's fine. But what happens when you pass on? Is somebody going to carry on that wish in the same way? Or is it better for you to put them really where they need to go? And is it by this water? So it's a difficult one because you don't want to just think within your lifetime. You want to think what happens to these ashes after your lifetime. And I think that's quite a poignant point, isn't it? Because some people don't always carry on other people's wishes. So that's interesting. So yeah, so that's where I'm being drawn to. Water or this particular box, and keep them in your home. Right. And the other thing that you asked me about was, are you going to have a proper, happy, lasting relationship while you're in this home? And somebody said that to you, and I just thought, do you know what? I felt really bad about that. Because really, a clairvoyant shouldn't say something like that. It's very dark, very kind of almost like demonic, where people talk about death. And the next most important thing that people focus on their lives is, relationships being happy and settled. And it doesn't feel like a very positive thing to say. The only thing I could say is, personally, I just think it's a load of rubbish. Because some people want to stay in their home, and that's it, I'm staying there till the day I die, if you know what I mean, that kind of attitude. So if that's your attitude, which is nice, and it's what you want, it's your wish, does that mean that all of a sudden, because you made that wish, you're not going to have a happy relationship moving forward? Hell no. So, no, don't agree with that. But another way you could look at it is if to say, to just turn it around in a more positive light, as if to say that reader could have felt as if to say, when you do move, this as a significant point on your life, and this is where you could find true love, or your love life really comes together because the move is significant. Or it's like it completes the relationship because you're moving somewhere together. A bit like that. But I feel the answer to the actual question is no, it's not true. I just feel as though it could be just timing, the way things come together, relationships and house moves, or when you do move, it's a point in your life where you're completely settled and happy. But that relationship could have unfolded before you move, but the move seems to complete it, if you know what I mean. So don't dwell on that. If you don't want to move, don't move. I feel like that's a load of rubbish. Right, now let's have a look at relationships. Now, I feel this person that you're connecting with at the moment, I almost feel like he's been through a lot himself. So I feel like I've kind of got the attitude with him where he wants a relationship, but it's like he's not like rushing into it. And I just feel as though that's fine. But that doesn't mean there's any mistrust or anything, because I don't see that here as such. It's like I feel as though I've got him coming forward here offering love and emotion, but I also feel as though he doesn't trust very easily, because this is your mistrust card here, but it's like it's lesser of the negative because it's upside down. So what this is trying to say to you is you both don't trust very easily. So when you both don't trust, it's difficult for both of you to put the right energy into it, to say, right, this is it, really going for it, making it happen. It's almost like it's drifting along a little bit. Because we've had a sorrows here, both of us. But I feel like this relationship can be something positive here. I just feel as though it's going to take a little bit of time for it to become more committed. But that doesn't mean he's looking at anybody else or messing you about. I just feel as though you just got to be a little bit patient with it. But also don't be frightened to put the energy in from your point of view, because I do feel like the more energy you put into it, gradually you will start to get more back from him, because he can see you being committed to him. He's feeling all that positive energy, and all that's going to do is encourage him to open up more to you. So I just feel so, just be yourself, go at it the way you feel so is best for you, and then just let him build up to it at his own pace and his own timing. And then I feel so as it all comes together, I feel like it's there. But it is showing me that there's something positive there. But I do feel both of you have got let go now of past issues, and we've just got to take this leap of faith. And I also feel like he looks at you as quite an independent woman, and he kind of likes that. It's like what it means to him. He hasn't got like fuss over you all the time. So in other words, he's got room to breathe a little bit and get used to you. But look, as I've moved forward into the reading, he's your true love card, but it's upside down again. So again, it means it's there, but it's just not going to go, woof, that's it. It's like steps up the ladder, bit by bit, it gets where it needs to be. And I feel so that's really good. So I just feel as though don't have any fears, put your energy into it, and just see where it all takes you now. And I just feel as though it's really good. So I feel that's nice. Let's see what he thinks of you. Still haven't got rid of this bloody cold, you know. It's like I was getting better, and then it's like I've got another one come again. And this one I'm more sniffly with it. Can't get rid of them. I think they like me. Oh dear. Let's see what we get. What does he think of you? It's like he's trying to work you out at the moment. He's trying to figure you out. But the Wheel of Fortune's coming out here. So this is basically saying, look, he feels like there's something good here. He does feel like sometimes that you've been through a lot, but it's like you haven't said it all, or he feels like you hold a bit back. And there's something to do with family here. It's almost like I feel so he wants to know whether you want children or not. It's like he's not sure about that one. It's not sort of saying to me that he doesn't want children, but I've just got him being a little bit pulled in different directions at the moment. But, you know, he isn't looking at you negatively. And if we look at this, we've got gain coming in here. So he does feel like, you know, he could gain by you being in his life, because he looks at you as quite a caring, quite a sensitive person, and he is drawing to that with you. So I just feel at the moment, it's not so much you, it's himself at the moment. of the way he looks at things a little bit. I would say with him now, it's like you've got to nurture him a little bit. You know, get him to open up and show his thoughts and feelings. And then I feel like bit by bit, he'll kind of get there with you. But it's not going to be an easy relationship to move forward with. But I feel like it's got the potential. So just take your time, see where it goes. And I feel like, you know, this could be something positive. But just let me ask directly, because we haven't done that, directly, can you trust him? Can you trust this person? Yeah, see, there's no mistrust coming out. But I feel like he's got his little ways where you might feel like you're worrying about what he's up to. But it's not coming out as mistrust. And I feel like sometimes he might get a little bit stressed sometimes. So I just feel like it's more to do with his personality that you have to deal with and get over. But no, there's no mistrust here. I just feel like there just needs to be a bit of balance between the both of you. And I feel with what that balance is saying is, and in the beginning, that you might put a bit more energy into it than what he does. Doesn't mean he's not putting the energy in, but you may put that bit more. So you'll have to see where it all leads you. Right, let's have a look at your angels. Let's see what these are saying. Right, a lot of positive energy around you now. So this is like a really great time now for you to be making things happen. Oh, marriage. Marriage is there for you as you move forward. I'll have an invite to the wedding. And it's time for you to focus on your own little creative projects, whether they are personal or work-related. Okay. And whatever you want in life now, it's telling you to go for it. Go out there and make things happen. But there's just little certain things now that you've got to deal with and sort out. It's a bit like you've got to cut through all the crap now and not shy away from things and try not to get too stressed out with different things now. It's like you've just got to relax and unwind and enjoy what's around you and focus on your self-employment ideas now, because that's where money can be building up around you. And be a bit more assertive with your business. Feel like next year's the year you can be making more money, but I feel with that you need to focus on social media, growing your clients. And also, I'm being drawn to perhaps selling some products as well, online. Could be a nice little sideline for you to build up slowly. Okay, don't worry now what the purpose of your life is. Just keep doing what you're doing, and bit by bit you'll get where you need to be in life. And any problems that you feel as though you do go through, look at it like a blessing in disguise, to say, do you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I'm going to embrace the changes. I'm going to get on with everything, and I'm going to be okay. So that to me feels really good. So I just feel so with yourself now, what you've got to do now is just see this year out. Well, we've only got one day left, haven't we? So there's not much choice on that now. So step into the new year, and bear in mind the new year, we're coming to an end of a cycle, the end of a decade. So whatever needs sorting out and tidying up, make sure it all gets done next year. It's got to be done next year. I know this year's a bit's been done, but make sure it all gets done next year, because as you step into the new year, which is 2020, it's like you're into a new decade, a new cycle. So it's like whatever you're sorting out now and doing, you're gearing up now to a new cycle. And I feel like you've got to look at it quite exciting. And I feel like it's really good. So embrace what's coming your way now, because this is what it's all about. So I just feel so, just like relationships drift along, and I don't mean that like in a negative way. I mean, yes, put your energy into it, but don't stress out of it. Just let it flow. Just sort of see where it all goes now without stressing and worrying. And try and make next year a year of pushing your career goals forward, because I just get the feeling you can be earning quite a bit more money. and I feel so that's good. And also I feel as though it's a year of study as well. You could be learning some new skills, and I feel like that will help you to get where you need to be as well. So I just feel as though an exciting year, an interesting year coming up for you now, and all you've got to do now is embrace it. But I do also feel, relationship wise, somebody else will come into the picture, almost like he just starts talking to you. It's like, it's not like, oh, I want to date you, I want to come out with you. It's like he's befriending you a little bit, and he's a really nice, genuine person. And I feel like he's a little bit older than you. And I just get the feeling this person will come in a little bit later on in the year. And I just feel like if you're not settled where you're at, this could be a different path for you to go down. Now, the only thing with this person is he isn't exactly outgoing. I don't mean he's negative, he's just not outgoing. It's almost like he's the slippers type person, and what I mean by that, sort of doing his work, going home, putting his feet up, and just wants to chill and unwind, or go out around the shops and whatever and get whatever he needs. And he's not got like big ambitions in life. He's a very simple man, but I mean he's a very good man. So it's like if you're looking for somebody like that you know you can just settle in, be comfortable with, know where you stand, but not going to be like setting on the world on fire, then he can be that person for you if you are looking for that. But I'm not saying what you've got can't work. What I'm saying is there is somebody slightly different to come into the mix. And it'll be almost like a choice, as if to say, right, is this what you want where you're at? And you can stick with that. Or there is this here. And I just feel as though you could be quite happy and quite settled there. But like I say, very different type of person. So yeah, see what happens. It's going to be an interesting year for you, a good year with different possibilities for you. That's the way I would like to put it. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's answered some of your questions, and full well you can come back to me and go over something if you want to. All right, so I wish you all the best. Have a happy new year, and I'm sure we'll be connecting in the new year as we move forward. So thank you very much.